Okay, now we're back tight again. Alright, instead of tightening these up, I'm going to loosen up the other side. If they're loose. If they're tight.
Well, I hand tightened them, so they're not going to be that tight.
Well, this one's tight.
Well, yeah. I don't know.
There's tights and loose, you got to figure out where they're at. Okay, so I go back and I just tighten these up. See, this one's loose. I'll give you a little tension on it. You want to try to get these all equally torqued, is what you're after. You're starting to work a little better now. Put a little more tension on them. That's got some tension. A little bit. That one's got a lot of tension. See, now it doesn't hit no more, see? Get a little closer now, see? Well, you try to do it equally, otherwise you get a bunch of up and down built in, which we don't want. Okay, so we're hitting right here, right there. So this area here, we want to move over that direction. So that's about 3 or 4 groups of these spokes. See, that's still loose. Now that one's loose. We'll tighten it up. Down the tension on it, so get rid of it. Tighten up. That one's loose. A weld or something right there. Yeah. Well, that's nice. Crappy ass big turd right there. This one has more torque on it, so you gotta bring it in a little bit. A little bit more. Okay, I'm starting to put the tension on it. This one's already tight. No, this one's already tight. See the difference? Loose, tight, tight.
Oh, yeah, I got it.
Hear how tight that one is?
Yeah.
That one's really tight. So that's the one that was holding it up the whole time. See how that's now hitting? Look at that big clunk. Now you take these and you tighten these other ones up just a little bit. And see, now you took the load off of this, and these are helping take up the slack.
Gotcha.
You don't want all the torque in one spot. These are pretty tight over there too. What we got now? Here's a big clunk. See a big weld turd right there?
That's what it's hitting?
That's the clunk you're hearing. Hear it?
Yeah.
Okay, so now look down there at the pointer.
Let me get the light on.
Yeah, right there. Hit it again until it comes on. There it goes. Okay, see how much closer we are now? We do have a lot of up and down here right now too.
Yeah.
You gotta work on that a little bit too. So the first thing I want to see where our offset is side to side. Okay, see how we got a big gap in that side? The gap being up here, see that? Up
Yeah.
there. There you go. So you got about 3/8, 7/16, 7 inch. And see how this side here is fairly even. So that means we're still relatively centered. That's why I was working on both sides at once, trying to keep it centered up.
Okay.
And get it a bit closer. Okay, so right now, see this thing's bouncing around so bad. Let's switch over to the outside of the rim.
Do you always go from the inside of the rim at first?
You're supposed to. You gotta get it roughed in, so right now we're hitting really heavy right here where you just ripped the tape off.
So you're just loosening the load on that side?
Well, I'm loosening up these and tightening the other row.
Okay.
So we're still right in this spot here. If you look down here, you can see it. So you got a pretty good gap, tight, and a gap again.
Let me see if we get that.
contrasting light over here might help. To get a better view of it. You gotta look at my angle.
Sorry.
See right in here. And you blow it up helps. We're looking right in this area here. And contrasting, there it is.
Oh, there we go.
See, wide, small, wide. So that's our small spot. So that's where it's close. That's what I'm gonna work on getting rid of. So that's only right here in a few spokes. So it moves over right here on this spoke. And it's back. It goes out on by this one. So you got one, two, you got two fans here we're working with. Mainly just one right in the middle. So it needs to go that way down them. So this one here is loosen up. These are going to tighten. Loosen. This one's the tight one right there. So you can see the gap in there now. See, that's more equal now.
Oh yeah.
I took the tightness away of the tight spokes. And of course, when we did that, it affects the other half of the rim. You're working off of tight spots. So this one here is from here over to this area here. So that one's tight. You can hear the tight ones hitting. These ones up a little. Pretty even.
Yeah, look at that here.
It's hard to see it. You can actually look up here in the top, you can see it. The rim's going up and down like this, but it's not moving side to side right now.
No, I can see that.
Yeah, put up higher up here, you can see it against the wall back there. Shine it up here, like this.
Okay.
See, it's not wobbling side to side anymore.
Oh yeah.
So you got the tire in the background there, you can look at it, see the rim's it's not going side to side, but it is going up and down. So now we got to work on it up and down. We also want to check our offset right now, make sure we're halfway close. Still relatively even, it could come this way just a little bit to the right, but we're close. See all this tape on here makes it kind of confusing because you can't really see a good surface.
Well, you can take the tape off. I think we're good. I think I put the tape on there so when we're spoking it.
Yeah, you want to be confusing. You want to make it harder for me. See, it's kind of hard to see something when you got this tape like this right here.
Well, you know, I was just seeing, I was just testing your abilities, you know.
That's all you were doing. You were confusing me. See, I can still work this way. Okay, so now we need to work on the up and down. So now I'm going to change the location where this is at.
Oh yeah. So what would you change the location to? Oh, to the inside wall.
Yeah, you have to get blown up. And, yeah, see, we're right in here.
So that's where you're doing it.
Turn the lights off again.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so now we are rubbing right here on the rim. So when I turn it, it hits there, and then it goes all the way around, not hitting, and it hits again. Now it's hard to see in there, so you go by noise. The indicators don't do that, they just go up and down, you can't tell anything. With a solid stick you can tell. So we're hitting here, and we're not hitting. So this area here is where we're hitting. So you got these three fans right here we're hitting on. So obviously that means over here, it's way up in the air. So what I do is I loosen these all up right here, and to tighten these up there, and it brings it down. So we're just going to kind of get enough reference where we're at. Now right now this nipple is not even any torque on it. That one's loose. So whatever you do, would do equally. So I'm taking 2 to 3 off. Alright, so I'm going to flip this around. See, we're still hitting the same area my hand was?
Yeah.
And now I just do the opposite. Instead of loosening, I tighten. trying to get them all the same torque, so I moved a little bit now. So they're all about the same torque now, which is what we're after. They're all equal. And we got a loose one here, so we're going to take the torque on it. Another loose one. See, the rim is pulling it, so now those ones were loose before are hanging way low. So instead of being tight over here, now we're over here.
Oh,
So we
okay.
have to start tightening these up because these are all loose. So the rim's going to go where the least amount of effort is to move it. It's like water, doesn't flow uphill. Same thing. Okay. So now we're only hitting right here. Chances are that's where the weld is, or some other crap. In this case here, it's right where those crap is right here.
That's quality stuff, man.
It's a lot of corrosion and I don't know what.
So my life is riding on that, right? When I'm riding
yeah.
down the street.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Aren't you the same guy that said you didn't need any front brakes?
That's because there is no front brake.
There's no front brake on this wheel.
That's what I'm saying.
We don't need no front brake.
I don't know.
Who needs to stop?
What's that?
Who needs to stop, right?
That's right.
That's right.
Alright, so at this point here, I'm going to go around and find our hole, which is our valve stem hole. I'm going to just torque them all and see what our torque level is at right now in this wheel. So I'm going to go one flat. See if we got any loose ones in here and get an idea what the tight and loose ones are at. See, that is obviously loose.
So you can tighten that one up.
Notice how that's a little loose?
Yeah.
Okay, these two here were tight, so I'm back them off. Take up the slack with that one, that was already tight. That one's pretty damn tight. That one's way tight, so I'm going to back it down a little bit. When you find areas that are really tight, back them off a little bit. There. Tight ones in here. When you get a bunch of tight and loose ones, all you do is you're fighting yourself because the rim won't move like you expect it to because it's being pulled in so many different directions. See how we're still going up and down, but the side to side didn't change much, even though I loosened up a bunch of spokes. So now I gotta do some more tightening and loosening again. See, now we're a lot further along, so now we're hitting here. All the way here. That's a third of the wheel now is hitting high. Remember before I was only in one little area? So now the wheel's a lot more round. And you can hear it's pretty even when they hit.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and just tighten this side. Once again, we're trying to find tight and loose spots. See, this one's relatively tight, so I'm not going to pull it. That one's tight. That's our welded area right there. That don't count. Getting the up and down and out is always the hardest part. I'm gonna go over and see how bad it is over here. Pretty bad. See the big gap in there? Move the camera around until you can see it. Find the air gap yet?
There you go.
I don't know if you can see it from that angle, but I don't think so, because you're looking at it from this angle. You have to look at it from this angle.
Okay, let's see.
Get up here.
There you go.
That's what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at from the other view. So you can see how far the rim is up right now. So it's pretty far off right now. Even though it doesn't sound that bad, still it's pretty bad. Okay, so we go over here. Now, there must be some tight ones down in this area someplace. This area here is where the worst spot is. These two here are pretty tight. So is that one. These aren't very tight here. So these ones here are the tight ones.
And that was the cause of that big hop.
Yeah, well, you got to get to where you can see in there. With all this tape in here, it's hard to see.
Well,
Look at a spot on it. I'm going to go ahead and put some tension on all the spokes now. Where's the hole at? This is our stem hole.
and now you're just gonna go put tension on all of them equally.
Yeah, the rim's doing some weird stuff. So. I'm going to put 2 flats worth of tension, which is a half a turn. I'm doing all the spokes. You notice I have to start pulling harder on the wrench.
Okay.
It's getting tight. Some of these aren't very tight. Here's our hole at. Way over there. Oh, that is tight.
Well, I didn't trim the palm trees, but I pulled the weeds and all that kind of stuff.
That one was not tight. Okay.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I'm gonna knock the side to side back out.
So when you did that, did it get it got more side to side or up and or hop?
Everything's on an angle, so when you go side to side, you get a gap. Even though it's not up and down gap, it's side to side gap. So without having an indicator out here and one on the inside, it's hard to tell this stuff.
Okay.
Or you got 2 pointers at once going.
Since we're just using one, you have to go.
This is a real narrow rim. It's really rough on the inside. A lot of corrosion and crap in there. That was plated over, so it makes it uneven as hell.
But it's custom, you know. It's
Custom, all right. So I got to kind of work around that. So right now we're hitting really heavy right here. So I'm going to back off and tighten.
Well, it's
This wrench
as
sucks.
often, but, you know, still
So
happy.
you back off. Tighten.
Yeah. typically,
Okay, now this one over here is a big low spot here, so we want to go this
you know,
direction.
when she's at the bar,
So we do the opposite way.
and rather than
loosen up
leaving them
this
in the
one,
house when she's at the bar,
tighten this
she
one.
just leaves them out in the yard, and they bark at everything that's anything that turns over and they bark. And they bark till she gets home from the bar.
This tape really is confusing.
You can take the tape off.
I don't want you to feel like you overspent your money on the tape. Right here it kicks over real bad.
Right.
That was my solution to keep the plating.
Yeah, well, it makes it really hard to do too.
Well, you can take it off. Want me to take it off?
It's like a job for you to do.
the front,
Okay, I need to go this direction, so these need to be loosened.
she
These need to be tightened.
like a half-assed job of filling it out, and then she stuck it in the mailbox. And I'm like, I didn't even want to talk
Here,
about
let me-
that, why she didn't put it in an envelope and mail it to the city.
Getting better.
So, she put her name on it.
Okay, rust break.